Hello, my name is Lizzie. Each week I'm bringing along a different origami fold to encourage you to take some time out for your self-care. These films are all dedicated to my colleagues at UCLH Hospital in London and also for patients to get creative in support of well-being. When you're creating something, you'll hopefully get so focused on that you will forget about everything else, and that can really help to lift your mood, and it helps with resilience and to find joy in how you can do something with very little. So these films are for anybody to use, and delighted if you'd like to support and join us in folding as well. So this week I'm bringing along a love knot, which is a traditional fold. It's very much a little knot, and the idea is you could write a little note to someone or to yourself, or maybe it could be like a little wish inside there, and then fold it up. And it really is a knot, so it's very interesting. I really enjoy this. So it's not from a square, it's from a little strip, and I'll be showing you how to do this. This was just colouring, a bit of colouring in as well, so you could do it plain or or some colouring in. I've also discovered, or I've been having fun with interlocking lots of different love knots. You can sort of tuck them in. After a while you'd need a little bit of glue stick to keep them together, but I've rather enjoyed creating sort of large evolving networks of love knots, so you can definitely do a lot with this. Right, so all you need to do is grab yourself a piece of paper. I've got a board here and I will show you how to fold one. I might also write a little note to myself as well. It's a piece of paper. And so first of all we need a strip, so it's just a bit of a guesstimate really. I would reckon something like this. Obviously you could do this much smaller. This is quite a big one that I'm doing here, partly so it's easy to demonstrate, but you could do it with just a tiny strip of paper, but it's these sort of proportions. Means you can do a lot of love knots from one piece of paper. I'm going to take a little neck there and tear that off. So there we go, so I've got a strip there, and you can write something in there. We're going to keep it private, maybe. I'm going to write something as a wish, I think, and maybe then you could have written something. You could also decorate it as well, so I've been rather enjoying adding a bit of colour as well. So maybe you could add some colour. It's completely up to you. There's really no right or wrong with these things, but it can be quite fun to add in something. I love how this love knot also looks like a bit of a hug as well. Just adding in a few colours. There we go. And so this is the outside, and I'm going to fold it in half, so I'm going to keep my little note to myself private and folding it over. There we go. So it's, at the moment it's almost like a card or a long roof, so folding that in half. There we go. So our next step is we're going to fold it in half, so we're going to get a midway point, like so. So we've got a nice little halfway point there. So our next step is we're going to take one side and we're going to bring it down so it's pointing downwards, and we're going to fold it so it's just in the middle there. I find it very hard to put into words, but basically taking this side and I'm going to bring it down, and I'm going to do that in the middle of that midway line, if that makes sense. Right, I need to make sure it's nice right angles. The joys of doing this on film. There we go. So something like that. So you can see it's gone kind of a bit halfway through that line. So bringing that down. Now the bit that's saying up here, I want you to take this and bring it back. So we're going to take this and bring it back so that it lines up together. And you can see they are different lengths here, and that's fine. Great. And now our next step is we're going to take this longer one and we are going to bring it over like so. Can you see? So it's this longer one that I will line up nice and neatly against that line. Very interesting doing this to front, so it's looking like this. And now our next step is simply to take this and bring it underneath, and ta-da, you have got your love knot. So it's just a nice way of sealing up whatever it was that you wrote in there. And it's quite a nice little dynamic structure. It's almost hard not to see it as a little person or something. If you wanted to start putting them together, it's just very loosely, as you see. I've been having a lot of fun. So here I just realised that you've got a little pocket there. So if you want it to match up, you're going to have to take an end and fold it so that it's at a diagonal line, so it would fit in. Do you see? Definitely finding this interesting to do into a camera, but you can start to sort of slot things into each other, and that's how I started building up little networks of love knots. And obviously you could put in some glue there, and you could play around. There's actually many different directions you could start to do things in, which is what makes it really rather fun. Or I could pop it in there, pops that one in there. There we go, that's another shape. So endless hours of fun. This reminds me of some kind of interesting hairpin or something. So I've just been enjoying playing with those. You've got little pockets and you can slide something in there, but you have to first of all have done that little tacking over so it's the right kind of shape. Oh, it's really slotting in well now. I can't even take it out again. That's good. So I hope you've been able to make your own little love knot, and maybe you could write messages for yourself. You could maybe hang them up as decorations as well, or give to somebody else, put in the post maybe. Take care. I hope that's been a lovely thing to do. Bye bye.